Oh, that one fight on the hill by the neutral camp, that was where they lost the game. Where they weren't able to save the TA with the time lapse.
Yeah.
That fear from Nico, baby, it barely caught the edge. Like that, when he lifts his arms, the little bit of a strand just catches that Weaver, pushes him away just far enough so that he can't get close enough.
Yeah.
Because that Weaver was relying way too much on his move speed to be there in those fights.
As a result, Alliance, it went from 75% at 30 minutes to 100% at 54 minutes. They almost lost control of the game, but Alliance, once again, another exciting game from them as they continue here at ESL One LA. This is just the first game of the series, though. Let's go back to the panel.
Alliance, your fans have hearts, but at least they're happy for now. It was a scary game. Were they going to lose early? The mountain of net worth dipping in and out, but they do end up taking it with a gutsy call to go for the throne, and they get it. Oh, man, we are getting some games today, my friends. It just feels like non-stop action. And is there any certain reason why, in one day you just kind of see really long games? Like, it's not like a patch or anything, or is it just kind of coincidence? I don't know if like hero picks or anything, you know? It's just a little bit weird. They all happen on one day.
Yeah, I do think it's a little bit of both, but I also think there's just a lot of brawlers, a lot of lane clears that are super obnoxious. Like, you have to go through a bristleback to end it if you're team unique. You have to go through, like, a Timber in front, even, like, the Ags Weaver. It's like there's just a lot of reasons in the Dota game right now, especially in the heroes that are popular, that just make the game difficult to end. I don't think there's really much – like, if both teams are playing properly and it's not some stomp, if the game's within reach for either squad, it – like earlier, we saw the extreme of that with the stalemate, but some of these games, like just the kill count alone in this game says a lot that you have to kill a lot of heroes to get through that high ground.
Yeah. Gods, how you feeling about this game? Shadow Fiend,
wild,
safe lane, fun, a little bit different as well.
Yeah, it worked extremely well. I feel like Nico Baby had a hell of a game, died only the 4 times despite being in over 30 of the kills.
Yeah.
The Bristle S4 had a bit of a rougher one in the early game. He was often getting caught dying. They addressed the Bristle pick very well by going for that early Timbersaw, and the 4-position Ember, and he was leading all these ganks all over the map. Like, I was surprised by how well 4-position Ember was working this game.
Yeah.
I've seen it in a lot of NA pubs. It's surprisingly effective. The only weakness is it's like super early laning, but Sleight of Fist Chains turns out pretty good skills in terms of the damage built in. Don't really need items to make them work.
Yeah, and he is I did end up looking at him. He is a 4-position spammer on that hero, so if it's there, they probably will be first picking it, first banning it, but they lost here, so Ember showing a little bit of weakness. And, man, a lot of these team fights were just BKB after BKB, and as you said, I like what you brought up. You have a Timbersaw on one side and a Bristle on the other, and you see, the Timber's just never dying. He's always the last one to go down. The Bristleback, besides at the beginning, was the same. And, man, this game was just all over the place. A perfect cask on this fight, by the way. Shout out to the supports in this game. They did a ton of work.
What I'm immediately recognizing about the meta is that Spirit Vessel, we've talked about how core it's become on almost every squad.
Yeah.
And in result, I think I've seen at least like 1 or 2 Lotus Orbs per team every single game.
Yeah.
So they already nerfed Lotus Orb. It was pretty damn good last patch. They made it twice as much mana, but it has not changed the fact that this item is basically necessary. We see, let's see, 2 on Alliance and 1 on
I believe
Team
it was just
Unique.
1 on Unique.
Yeah, it's just it's funny. We talk about the response picks of heroes and everything like that, but when it comes down to items, you're seeing more and more like just refinement of what teams understand in the meta, what's working. I'm seeing a lot of the same items every game. Almost every carry has an SNY. You know, you have like 1 hard-hitting damage dealer. I will say, I haven't seen an SF with this cooldown reduction spellcasting build in a while, especially from the carry role. You'd almost expect him to be more likely to go the right-click build. But he was styling in the fights that I ever was seeing his perspective. I think the fear combo into double raise or like triple raise has made the hero just way more fun to watch and also just way more impactful.
That's a lot of damage. And on the other side, we should give a shout out. Zitrax on this Weaver. We haven't seen an actual carry Weaver yet. 13, 2, and 12. He didn't win, but still, do you see promise in it?
Yeah, that's Weaver syndrome. I hate that is.
So you don't see much promise in it then?
What I'm saying is that you will see a lot of Weaver losses that look like that in terms of K to D. Yeah. And I don't want to take anything away from Zitrax as a player. I just think the hero is really hard to kill, and he doesn't do that much damage for a carry. You even see here he has almost purely damage items with a leveler to boot, and you just eventually become ignorable. Like your team kills or gets killed by the rest of the opponent while you aren't enough of a threat to be dealt with. It's kind of like Bristleback, but you're elusive rather than being tanky.
Feels like your damage falls off like early mid game. It's fine with the swarm and the minus armor, but then it doesn't scale in. Yeah, it doesn't scale into the late game at all.
Yeah. So what heroes is there any from this you think are gonna end up getting banned down in the next series? Like if you're unique, you see like is it the Bristle, is it the Shadow Fiend, or maybe the Shadow Demon? Obviously, one of the bigger ones.
Dude, they have a Timbersaw against Bristle, and even though he obviously didn't have the best score on there, it's just annoying to deal with. It's a hard hero. It's basically a Timbersaw 2.0. People were banning Timbersaw because it was a hero that's up in your face. You had to gank it with 3 or 4 heroes, and now you have a physical damage, like brute version of the same thing.
Yeah. You have to address it with your draft, and the Timbersaw, I think it's just not BZZ's comfort zone as much as other heroes for him.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Who did you guys think at home was the big boys, the Mercedes MVP? The question, was it Nico Baby for you guys?
Definitely the most stylish.
Yeah, I think
go with him for that.
He's flashy. He had a great game, so absolutely.
All right, shout out to Nico Baby MVP. Make sure to vote for yourselves, guys. But game number 2 is right around the corner. Alliance, will they finally get that 2-0 victory? Or for both these teams, are they going to go to their 4th game 3? Well, you'll have to find out.
We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna want to see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons so it's quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. Oh. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
I was in the field, realized I could make it. Sacrificed all my time towards greatness. Been alone in the dark, isolated. And my dreaming isn't real, what separates me. I never know it's coming my way, yeah. Cold out of stone, stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone, this is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. When I'm taking it home, I'm stepping it up to another level. Time moving faster than ever before. They don't really know about honesty, but they don't really grow. Honestly, I cannot be stuck constantly. Consciously is a part of me. And I never know it's coming my way. Yeah, cold out of stone, stay out of my lane. Yeah, leave me alone. This is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
ESL One Los Angeles is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, AT&T, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GG Bet.
Where are my Alliance fans in chat? Type 1 if you are. But if you're a Unique fan, let's see those twos. Can they bring it back in this best of 3 and take it to another 3-game series? As I've said, both these teams have won and lost all their games in 2-1s. Very even, but it felt like Alliance, they're usually game 1 losers, straight up. They always lose their game 1, and then they come back game 2 and 3. Hey, they got their victory finally. Maybe a little bit of a shakeup here now with the 2-0 possibly?
Statistic analysis? No. Like, we've seen all 2-1s today. We've seen all 2-1s for these teams. The writing's in the stars, you know? It's going to be Team Unique victory.
Beautiful.
Game 2, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
There's just no way that I don't believe in coincidence, Grant.
What do you believe in? Do you believe in good drafts, good play? What wins games? A mix of both?
Whoever I don't predict to win.
Okay, we'll see that.
All right.
Gods, how you been feeling this whole day? It's been a long one, but it's been a good one. The crazy games, right?
Yeah, it's kind of. I still have so much of that 95-minute game in my head that it's like it's somehow I still have it in my head that we're still in that same series.
I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh,
Woodland Striders.
Yeah, Woodland Striders. Trees.
Oh, like 7 rapiers.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It was actually, I did look it up. 9 rapiers were purchased. 6 were on the end game.
Is that a rapier? Is that a record?
I mean, definitely in the last current patches. It could be.
I have to imagine that has
Yeah.
to be a record.
Someone
Medusa
look
had
it up.
just 2 singing bass, right?
Yeah,
Ready
that
for
was
a
2 of them,
buyback.
and then
Okay.
another one. I
Yeah,
think
we were
TA
talking
had
about
one
like
as
you have to
well.
have that 4th and 5th house in the Hamptons, you know, and Cabo.
Yep.
That's
and
what
then
he had.
you can go and maybe die or something. I don't know, whatever you do in Cabo. But hey, Alliance versus Unique. What are we thinking of? There is going to be the Bristleback ban, so they do respect it. Mirana Shadow Demon as well, both of them getting banned out. Phoenix is looking a lot better this game then. Still in the pool.
Yes, and first pick is going to be Unique. So
CIS really values.
So why do you think Alliance banned Bristleback? They just picked it last game from second pick, and their second pick again.
Maybe they thought it would get first. Like, if you see a game like that, you're like, well, this hero just lost his lane for 30 minutes and then was still hella impactful. Maybe they're just nervous it could be a first pick hero now. That's such a strange first pick hero, though.
Yeah, that's ballsy.
They do ban the Phoenix since they're not first pick. But, hey, the Ember Spirit, again, as we saw, they do have that position 4. He does spam that Ember, but it is still a very good core, so it's definitely open. It's not just going to be that 4 position.
Mirana and Bristleback being banned means Alliance is going to have to completely swap it up here.
So what do you think? Give me one hero, each
Oracle.
of you. Oracle? Gods? How you feel?
I'll
What would pair
go
with Oracle?
Yeah, I'm
If
not
you
sure.
have to
I was going
pair.
to say like Mars or something.
Okay. Mars?
I don't know. I don't think Mars Oracle are going to get picked together though.
That's true. So one of you has to be wrong.
Or both wrong.
Or you're both. But I mean, Mars has been played quite a bit in S4. I think loves that hero, so I could definitely see that.
I haven't been wrong a single time.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know who to go with. But you like the Oracle because it's against the Ember pretty much, and it's a good support. Is that pretty much it?
It's Oracle or Grim is what stands out to me. I was looking through the supports. There's kind of like an S tier of supports right now, and most of them are banned out.
Shibe does like to play Chen. That's always a possibility.
Oh, it is.
Well, let's just not do that, Alliance.
Hey,
Didn't think you were a fan, but
we've seen some pretty good Chen games though. A couple. There's the Mars. Good call, Gods.
Wow, Gods.
Stars of Beast.
Ballsy prediction
Your
there,
turn
man.
now.
It's going to be one of those 3. I'll put...
He's giving you a compliment. You suck, Gods.
Yeah, way to go for the easy prediction. I got told to predict the first 2.
I'll go for Grimstroke.
You're already backing down on your Oracle.
It's going to be Chen, damn it.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't predict it until you guys told me it was in the pool.
So you think it's either going to be Grim or Chen, or probably the best?
I don't think Chen was banned game 1, was it?
It was not, no.
Okay,
Chen has been let
Grim
through
it up.
a lot.
Grim it up, boys.
Because then, or else you do give that Grim away in a Grim Ember pairing, whether it is core or support. It's pretty scary. They go with the Nyx
Lame.
Assassin. Good versus the Ember Spirit.
I didn't say that, hero. I said Nyx last game.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing, man? They're just dipping, diving, and ducking and dodging and.
Well, their picks got banned, so they had to go something new, you know.
True.
That's kind of what happens.
And this here, obviously, we did see yesterday pick versus the Ember. It didn't really set up those combos like we thought it would, right? Where it was the Storm, right? Or was that today? It's been a long day. Whereas like Storm and Nyx, right? And you just set it up and
That
they
was
jump in.
yesterday
It
against
was
the
yesterday.
PL.
Okay.
No, we saw it today against Ember too.
Well, I'm saying we saw it against.
yeah,
He said
that
against
one.
PL, right? Is what you said?
No.
Oh.
I just said it was Storm and Nick. Sorry.
Yeah,
and
we
I
did see
forget
that
who it
against.
was
We
against.
saw that
Okay.
against PL, and they lost the laning stage and should have won the game, and then they ended up losing. Storm just kind of loses every game. It feels like.
It really does feel like that. And we haven't been seeing it much after those losses. So, do you still like the Grimstroke here, maybe paired with the Ember? Or do you like something else versus Mars Nyx?
I like Rubik, but
Okay.
I guess that kind of locks in the Ember as core, so maybe not. I just like instant disables against Nyx. I think you don't want him to reliably carapace. But we've also seen teams just pick like Lycan or something and just ball down lanes against the Nyx.
That hero. This is the
love
first time it wasn't
Tango
banned.
against Nyx.
And it's BZZ. You did just give this guy has had a very successful Pango.
I am a bit concerned about their lanes because it's either Ember Pango off lane, which is like
little odd.
or you
middle, I
have
guess.
like 2 cores that are both revealed in the first round and kind of susceptible to the same heroes. So I don't know. I don't hate the hero. It's obviously a pretty good hero, but it's also you have to be very. If he plays around the fact that they have a Nyx really well, like you just can never swash into fights. You just can't. You have to lead with Rolling Thunder because otherwise you just get carapaced and die.
Yep, that's the one thing with Nyx Assassin. You actually have to just be so careful on your spell casting on like every hero.
I guess I'd say similar to what your problems with the Pango Ember lane. I don't feel like Nyx Mars is a good dual lane either. Like, if anything, your Mars is like, I don't really want a Nyx in my lane. I want to hear that pressures the lane a whole lot.
Have we seen Mars lose a lane though?
No.
Maybe he's like done slightly bad. I'm like concerned that a Pango Ember could get wrecked.
Like just straight up wrecked. Well, you think like Mars and Nyx, or at least Nyx Assassin, you have what 5 HP regen. You're like, I can harass a little bit, but I can hit you back.
Just run around with some boots.
Stun into stun's usually pretty good.
That as well. They ban the Morphling versus the Ember. Maybe. Obviously, you just don't want to get Morphlinged.
It would absolutely free farm against a Pango lane too.
Yeah. Maybe suggesting that Ember could be the mid laner. That you're afraid of that morph mid that we've seen counterpicked as the Ember
quite
many a times. Yeah.
What else is there? They could do.
They banned
the PL, so maybe. I guess it's just good against what they already have.
Who are your top like tier carries right now? Is anyone up there with PL? It feels like PL is S tier right now. Who else do you have up there with him? Like it feels like the teams at least feel that way.
PL seems like the most reliable if it's like a good game for the hero. Like, it's the #1 hero that you have to have on your radar at all times. You can't give the opponent a good PL game, and you should just if your heroes in the first round don't deal with it, you kind of have to ban it. I think as a second pick.
And I think PL's at the top because it's also the counter to the other really good carry, the TB. Like in the TB
we haven't
versus
seen
PL matchup.
too much TB in this region.
We've seen 2, I believe. Charlie decisively won a game with it, and I forget
that was
what
the first round at Terrorblade too.
Yeah, it was, and it owned. I'm really surprised. I thought after that game, people were like, "Oh, TB can work in Europe," but apparently it was just a chicken fighters thing.
I think that's a good sign with this patch that there are so many different carries. Like we've seen teams make the Ricky work. We've seen a lot of different things. A lot of Alchemists. I think that's one of those.
Is there a chance it's the Grimstroke Ricky? Oh my God!
Warlock! Hey, new hero alert! All right.
Warlock Spectre. Is that what we're getting? Wow. That's a classic.
That's a TI3 classic as well. S4 throwing it back.
They didn't ban Lycan though, so if they do go for something like that, Lycan stands out to me as real strong.
You have to be careful. So what do you want to see like your position 5 as well from Unique, so you don't have to give away something here?
Yeah, you could.
You still have the Oracle in the pool for themselves. I don't know if you'd like that. It does purge off the heal from Warlock,
I don't
right?
mind. I don't mind Oracle, but maybe Witch Doctor.
Let's see. They go. Oh, Grimstroke's still in the pool. Duh. Come on. That was on me.
I was testing you.
I know, and I failed, much like every test in school.
That's why you're here, buddy.
Yep. Pango. Oh, I mean, those 2 heroes are both pretty good with Grim, right? They both have ways to just jump on you with that Ink Swell and make it pretty easy to get a kill.
Yeah, if it is a support Ember, it will enable him. If it's a core Ember, carry Ember, it will also enable that. So
Grim doesn't feel bad, right? I think we've heard it. He is kind of one of those S-tier heroes right now.
It is the Inkswell.
Yes.
And that is why it has a low pub win rate, so stop telling us in chat that it sucks in pubs, because it does. That doesn't make it a bad hero, though.
Yeah, you have to have good teamwork. That's why it's literally so good in pro games, because, you know, these guys are talking to each other, and you're in a pub game. Who knows? You guys might not even speak the same language.
And you're pretty much always going to have some hero that can use the Inkswell, even if you don't have a mobility hero, just some tanky offlane, you chuck an Inkswell on them, and they're happy to run in.
Wow, both teams, it looks like Alliance is like, oh, you want to try to get some team fight on us. Now we got a Warlock, Shadow Fiend, Mars team fight. On the other side, you do have that Pango. Now, Unique, do you try to fight back with more team fight, or do you go a different way?
I don't know if you can out team fight Mars,
Anymore?
SF,
Okay.
Warlock. I think you have to play the pick-off game, maybe the mobility game.
Nature's Prophet, possibly. I don't know how much you guys have been liking it that much. Not really, because it has been played in middle, especially by CIS teams a lot.
You could do that. You could do Nature's Prophet. Just something that. Okay, TA.
Yeah,
That's kind of the split push
TASF.
game. I'm not a huge fan of it though. They kind of just mixed it up in the lanes last game. Probably have to ban Razor if you're Team Unique. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Their lineup is pretty well rounded. They obviously. I like the SF specifically because it's really good against Ember and Pango in lane. So if it's Ember mid or Pango off lane, Ember, whatever, you can put the SF wherever it needs to be. It's just the standard. I think he's going up in value on SF because if teams are willing to play him carry, and it's just hard to counter him. Like, what beats SF? There's nothing that really crushes SF in lane.
Guess the idea that we saw last game and this game again is that TA is maybe the way to play into SF, although you say they can then move the SF to the safe lane if you want to.
And they do have overall last pick on Alliance, so it feels like, you know, this SF might be getting shifted around already.
Yep.
We'll see what Unique is.
I'm just thinking
scared
if they have something to beat the TA. Like, if you're going to shuffle the SF, you want to hard counter the TA. What was it they did last game? Why am I blanking?
Last
blanking
game
as well.
they had
we're just losing
Limp on Monkey King.
Monkey
yes,
King.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, gods.
I'm like, they literally did this last game.
Yeah. That was,
You're good, though.
It's been a long day.
That was a test.
That's like an okay option. I think they're probably not going to go that route again, though.
Why
but,
not?
It's pretty crazy team fight, I
it
guess.
is.
Again, you have a bunch of circles to lay down.
And Monkey King's also just a fast tempo hero that can fight without the ultimate too, I feel. Like, you can just jump around the map and create a lot of space for the team.
Yeah, he went the vision talent, which was interesting, the level 10 tree vision talent. So he was purely about the information gathering and set
Setting
up
good fights.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll ban it out here after seeing that. They only have 5 seconds using all their reserve time on this last ban. They banned the Razor,
that's
so
what
they
I
were
thought,
nervous.
the Razor, yeah. You just don't want to get destroyed as TA. Now, is Huskar worth considering? I don't know if that hero's been nerfed into the dumpster, but
We've seen it a bit from Kasani, but he is a Huskar spammer, obviously. And
it's like a pretty mediocre lineup at dealing with Huskar, I think. You build Halberd, you're pretty unkillable, I think, all things considered. But is that a limp hero? Probably, maybe.
it is. He definitely used to play it in NA, at least.
I don't know what that really says.
Life Stealer. Okay, we saw one of those earlier. Definitely
Did not go too great that game, right?
So you're
he
against...
did okay, but the rest of the game.
Oh, they're going to go Void, right?
You like Void?
Against... it seems pretty
It
nice.
is pretty good lockdown, right? You just... Is the
It's just
Warlock
Nico
Void
Baby.
lane?
It's like a really nice matchup for his Life Stealer. You have damage for the Chrono. It's like another circle. That's really goes with the lineup they got going so far.
Are you not too scared of just getting run over in the lane with the Warlock as your support? Like,
No, I think Void Warlock's fine.
Okay.
I think the main thing with Pango is like super annoying in terms of harass. So maybe that was the idea behind the Warlock. And Warlock he's a strong laner. He just doesn't do anything other than hit you. Like, he just heals
hits you and heals his
he
boy,
hits
yeah.
and heals, like no kills or anything like that. Very passive.
And then after that, he's just like a 3-minute.
It's
cooldown
actually a pretty
ult.
sick Terrorblade game too. Like, I don't know if he plays it, but like other than
I'm
Pango,
sure he
they have
does.
absolute like those two cores are so bad versus Terrorblade, TA as well as Lifestealer. They're pretty damn bad versus Terrorblade.
would you not be scared of getting, like, just run over super early, though, against a TA Life Stealer with a TB? Well, we'll see. It's a Weaver.
What?
Are they... Is this a... Wait, we're going to see if it's Nico Baby or who's on what here.
It's
they haven't
definitely
mixed it
mid
up.
SF this game.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is the Weaver by Nico
I
Baby.
guess,
Didn't sound like you liked it that much, though, guys.
not a huge... it is good versus TA as well as at Lifestealer, but I'm much more about going for a hero that you can't kill because they just kill you first because they have so much armor. But Weaver's another option. The Lifestealer Weaver matchup's very Weaver favored, but should have a good lane too. Man, they decided to go the pace route rather than the outscale this TA Lifestealer route. And all I know is we're going to see a very mid-game heavy game here. We have absolutely no hard carries. We have a bunch of like one item and go kind of heroes. And
who's a favor?
I'll go Alliance again.
Okay, Gods, you feeling it?
I'll stick with Alliance too. You know, I think we'll get our first 2-0. The odds are, you know, we've had all these 2-1s. It's time for 2-0.
All right. Well,
I went the other route in reasoning, but yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Is that the case, or will both these teams go to their 4th game at 3? Alliance with that early 1-0. Can this Weaver carry, or will the Zitrex Lifestealer be enough? We'll have to see with Cap and Blitz.
Hey, hello. Hey, everybody. It's game 2 of Alliance versus Unique. We've got an Ember Spirit, TA, SF, Weaver. All the star heroes from game 1 are made a return, Blitz.
Yes, indeed.
This time just a bit of a twist on the supporting cast.
And we have 165 to 216. Those are the odds in front of you.
Them's the odds. Do with them what you will.
Do you think we're going to see a game 3?
No. I am with the panel, and I'm backing the Weaver lineup.
Okay.
Weaver against
Lifestealer. I'm down to see this day come to an end. Alliance are going to crush it. This is going to be the easiest 2-0. What? Why? God says he wants a game 3. He's fist bumping.
He's chanting it right now.
But I think that Alliance is going to close this out.
I think so.
In fact, God wants to see a game 7. He just told me that he's going to be on the BTS NASA schedule too. He's just going to go all-nighter, clock it in. If he's not on, guys, you can call him a liar and a charlatan. He has no way to refute these claims.
Tweet at him. And you can tweet at us, at ESL Dota2. Unique are currently all stacked up in the mid lane right now. Attempting to what? Kill somebody who goes for the D ward? Like, what is this?
I'm not entirely sure. I feel like, I think if I'm Unique, it would be really hard not to tilt over that previous game.
Yeah.
Because I think, in fact, I believe they should have won.
Yeah, when they managed to claw it back to 50-50 game.
Yes, sir.
Felt like they had more of an advantage than that.
I mean, they were up 20K at one point.
Yeah, certainly.
But Alliance, maybe they just ride that momentum into a game 2.
We'll see. I like Alliance just because it's the Weaver versus Lifestealer. That's a classic matchup. Am I wrong in my assertions here?
It's a classic matchup? Wait, you're wrong that it's a classic matchup?
No, that I'm favoring Weaver.
Weaver? I mean, Weaver's pretty cool, but take some time. Oh, God. Limp wants to leave the game already. He double raised and did not get the range creep. Get me out.
Okay.
That's, honestly, I'd be so mad. As a mid player, that's especially going the SF build that you're going, that is not great, but it's okay. TA did not get much more under that wave. It's just annoying because SF wants to be level 3 right now. Or level 2, sorry.
Yeah. He needs to start getting some souls.
Indeed. You want these to mean something. In fact, he gets double denied. But because of the creep wave being so pushed in, he's not going to give too much up to the TA. In fact, he's going to hit his level 2 right here. And can he get this range creep? Oh, no.
Ooh. Gets the melee, tries to turn for it.
I love mid matchups. I could just watch this. In fact, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about the side lanes. S4 and Zibe, they're about to die here. Zitrax does enough damage that Banscore can get the kill. Now they're going to throw out the Stroke of Fate, slowing down Zibe and doing a bunch more damage onto him as well. A Warlock Mars lane.
Yeah, just not a hero that I see a lot, Warlock. I guess they felt like they needed something to be able to stop the Panjolier during his ult. They needed another way of initiating, and they wanted a little bit more damage in a 5 position, but I don't know if this was necessarily the hero for it. There is a reason why we have not seen him very often.
No.
I think he's best when he's like with a Spectre or something, but even that meta is kind of dead because everyone's got regen for days.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about it
Maybe
here.
there is a greater plan here that I'm not seeing. I mean,
they do have a very big wombo combo. If they get a nice arena, Requiem of Souls, with Fatal Bonds, people are just going to die.
Oh,
they
the south
are going to
break.
go on to bottom lane. Nice south break. There was, at the same time, there was a Ink Swell on the Zibe, but he keeps himself pretty healthy. That Shadow Word.
Boom, boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Got to be in the top 10 of annoying taunts to spam.
What's the most annoying you think?
Still have nightmares of that. Ooh, chains? No, he's good. The SFs. Back when the taunts, you could just spam them over and over and over again. The
yeah.
Because the people are just spamming that one so much. Nico Baby getting a little bit low, but he's trying to go for BZZ. Okay, both of them are going to walk away. Just a bit low here. BZG tries to brave it to go for the kill onto Nico Baby. He almost had a opportunity there if he just got a disarm, but instead it's going to be both of them
Minus
dying.
10,000 armor. Goodbye.
The Swarm, man. You cannot mess around with the Swarm early like that. It will kill you. (23-3). Not only is Nico Baby winning his lane, but he's winning in CS and kills, and Zitrax has not been able to compete. In fact, he's just going even with the Mars right now, thanks to the impact of the Warlock mid lane. A little bit low there, Limp.
Limp's actually doing okay, though. Load up the net worth. Last hits, IGC. Only net worth. Dota is a net worth game.
He may be pretty high up there in CS, but his net worth is dog.
Net worth. I mean, he used all of his mangoes.
S4 tries to push back. Zitrax, the Inkswell is going to stun on him.
I don't think they're going to kill him, though.
Trying to run away. He does have a spear, so should be fine. Well, I guess in a lane that you're going to be battling quite a lot, the Shadow Word has come in quite useful. But Warlock has always been known to be a good laner. It's a question of what you're going to do after that.
I
Nice
a lot
spear
of
that actually
popped.
stuns up Zitrax. S4 is going to be able to push back Illusion, trying to get away. The Inkswell's on top of him. Zibe, don't think you can save him, my friend.
Zibe's fine, though. He cannot die.
They should be able to get maybe both bounty runes here. Don't think Limp is going to be willing to run up there. So, yeah. Nobody's willing to run up there. Zibe finally says, I'll go. No, maybe he won't. All right, the bounty rune's just going to rest. It'll sit there. Hey, he found it. He found it? Well, he puts a ward to be able to spot Limp when he's farming up this camp.
What are they going to do? They want to try to kill him, but he needs to
With
walk
the
into a
TA
trap.
traps, yeah, if he runs into this middle one, I think they
Oh,
could
they
have
got
him
him.
dead. TA
Pop
trap?
it, pop.
No.
What?
Okay, Illusion's
Pop,
too
lock,
far
and
away.
drop it.
Oh, spear from behind. Hanskin appears and decides, never mind, going to go for the courier. Never mind, I'm going to run the hell away, but he still gets stunned up. The courier does die, thanks to
Zitrax
Zibe.
is really low, but he's still going to go for this?
Yeah, because he's got a...
Oh, no, the chain!
He bounced over to the neutrals.
Nah, they still got him. They still got him.
They still got him indeed. And Zitrax actually heals up a good amount. Now he's got to pop his rage. Start banging on S4. The spear nails Illusion. Maybe they can trade out kills here. The slide chains does a good amount of damage, but the Inkswell is surely going to pay the end to S4.
Vanscore on a killing spree already. Despite his 15 deaths last game, by the way, I was really impressed by Vanscore. I thought he played a really, really good Witch Doctor.
Yeah, he did some work.
Him plus Illusion. That's a spicy.
You feeling Illusion right now?
Yeah.
It's been impressive seeing him play the support Ember Spirit many
I don't
times.
think 4 Ember is like the easiest thing in the world to do, but he's making it look pretty good. So they ping that they know that the ward is up there, but there's so many traps everywhere that Limp does not want to be in this. And he's going to place a ward and a sentry of his own that's going to get rid of the trap on the left side at least. That's going to open up his jungle, and maybe Hanskin even places a sentry up there, and he will find... No, he does not have a sentry, which means they cannot do anything about this for now.
He sees 19 farming, and he's just going to soak some experience. What a weird game that is happening right now. I feel like we've got a lot of supports wandering around, not sure what they're doing. I mean, Illusion knows what he's doing. He's here farming the creep wave because TA can just go jungle at this point. Feel like that should be a similar story for Alliance. Hanskin sits mid while SF goes and nukes neutral creeps everywhere. But for whatever reason, it's not. Instead, they're going to be stacking. So all in on the SF farm. We haven't looked at the top lane in a while. BZZ and Nico Baby going back and forth. This is definitely to the favor of the Weaver, but BZZ is getting some farm, and he's getting, most importantly, levels.
You think he's ever going to play Pugna offlane in the game? In this tournament?
This could be the meta for it. I don't know if this tournament. Zitrax is going to pop his rage. Now, S4 is going to wait it out. Might be able to spear it a little bit. The chain stun onto Nico Baby here. Barely gets off the time lapse. Now he's going to be able to go for the bugs. Zitrax, he dodged the spear by investing inside of Illusion. So Illusion, he takes the spear instead. Limp sees a TPing away Zitrax. He's going to go for the double nuke onto Vanscore instead.
Oh, man, that's a lot of gold.
That was a big one.
That's going to make him almost even with the TA, who is so far ahead. And S4, he's going to dodge. If you can dodge a Pango Ball, you can dodge a Wrench. He doesn't even hit him once.
Yeah, I'm not sure what BZZ was doing there, but...
You miss 100% of the mana you wasted.
Yeah.
You like how I turned that around on him?
Yeah, I'm sure he does miss it right now. He's sitting there at 175 mana going, oh man, I wish I had another 100.
It's the cooldown too, you idiot.
True.
You're just not good at this game, Austin. You don't understand.
I was agreeing with you.
Resources are all that matters. They know that Illusion's here. He's juking. He's so dead.
Illusion is very dead. He dies behind the tower. TA, though, gets a chance to be able to hit the mid tower. S4 is going to pop out. He has a mango, but he doesn't have enough for the spear as well. He needs 8 more mana to be able to spear him to the wall. 19,
he's so close.
He'll just be okay. 19, he's going to try and walk away. He gets
dead.
bumped back once.
They got him.
Spear is not there, and Refraction's up. Fatal Bonds is slowly taken away, but what's it attached to? I think it's gone.
The math. He didn't do the math.
He did not do the math. He was at 290, and he needed 300.
It was a valiant attempt. I'm 100% down for it.
That was not a bullseye.
No. That's okay, though.
This combination is so destructive. The Ember Spirit Inkswell into him diving onto heroes and just slaughtering them for free.
And an early lead for Alliance, but what I'm really concerned about is just how much more farm this Weaver has over Lifestealer. Like, Nico Baby's so good. He actually just farms everywhere. He's always at the top of the net worth. Somehow they won that game, and I think he played more than like a 40% role in that. And you're giving probably the best late game hero in this game anyways a really good start.
5-6, 11-11 is the score time right now.
Oh, he's
Mid lane.
disarmed. He
They're
can't
gonna try
hit.
and go for him, but Donskin, okay, can you land the impale? He doesn't
Round
manage to
and
land that.
round
He
he
hits on
went.
both of them. Actually, BZZ, he jumps away. He's gonna be okay. The Infest helps him. Rolling Thunder onto the side here. Okay, he's not gonna cast it just yet. Illusion's gonna try and back away, but Vanscore's dead. Nico Baby quickly executes him. Now dodge through BCC, trying to get off. Okay, he's gonna be okay thanks to the swashbuckle. Nico Baby should be fine. He's got Shikuchi for days. Zitrax managed to race him to the bounty rune, but Nico Baby wants the kill. I'm just not so sure he can get it here.
I think he should just do this as a power play, though.
Yeah, just assert
Look,
dominance
he's
over the
still
Lifestealer.
staying around the boys at Beast.
Just get out of here,
Go
son.
for it. Go for it. Go for it. Chase.
Go for the bounty rune. Go for the bounty rune. Oh my God,
Oh,
Zitrax,
no,
he's gonna get both of the bounty runes away
Surely
from
he
him.
has to die for this.
Yes. Kill that man. He's raged up, but he needs like 3 shots. Turns around, swarms on him.
He's still
Oh, he
going
didn't
for it.
actually
He's
go.
got boys of Beast. All worth it.
It was worth it. Spear lands onto the Pango. He's dead. 2
S4 did
kills
the
for
math.
Alliance.
And they're going to get mid tower. Well done.
5-9. And a good push onto the mid lane tower. That's what Alliance is up to right now. Unique, hoping to be able to spawn. They should not give up this tower, nor will they, I think. Unless Grimstroke gets picked off before they can do anything. The Spear actually does land. The silence goes out onto the Mars. He's a little bit low. S4 has to back up. But SF, he does so much damage.
They want to come into this tower, though.
Yeah, they wanted to, but unfortunately, 19, he's there right in front of him.
They have a lot of heroes here for this. But now Unique have just brought 4 of their own.
So
in fact, you can't just bring 4 heroes and not try to push. Even if
you have
think
to
you're
try and
gonna
do
lose the
something
fight.
here. The Rolling Thunder's up, but there's the Golem. That's
they
going to be
burst
able
him
to stop
before?
him. They're going to be able to burst down the Pango. 19 on the run. Alliance do manage to stop that bit of aggression. As you said, Unique put themselves in a position. 4 people mid. You wanted to get something out of that, but they tried too hard. Now they're going to probably lose their tower along with the Pango's life.
Really well done by Alliance. I think the problem with that move from Unique is they didn't smoke. They just literally ran straight in. And so they weren't able to get the Pango ball. BZZ was really greedy.
Yeah.
He walks into the center of all of them and tries to load that up. And they've done a really good job of dissuading him from using it. And we haven't really felt the presence of his Pango.
Yeah, they have like some range stuns. He cannot be that aggressive with the swashbuckles in the future. He's got to respect the Alliance combination a little bit more. He did have I remember he had a sick Pango game before.
Yes, he did. They won that game against,
Yeah.
it was somebody good too. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But whoever they played against earlier in this league.
Silence, Hanskin.
They've got him.
You should have him.
With the
Data
pop.
was just coming up too.
What's not good right now is that the Grimstroke's getting like all of these kills.
Yeah,
and
that's
so we're starting to
unfortunate.
see this net worth disparity just kind of add up.
Like when he got the killing spree and then he dies to the SF and he feeds away extra gold because of it. That was rough. BCC, if he moves up just a little bit, they're going to try for it. Oh, he popped the shield crash just to help him get away from that spear a little bit faster. Now the Inkswell's on the ball. He's going to bounce back towards S4. Hits him again, even if the Inkswell does not. Now, S4 is not going to die so easily here, but he won't manage to get off any spells. The Fatal Bond's onto 3 with the Swarm as well. It's a little bit scary, so it's Unique. We'll back away for now.
And they're going to be a little bit low, so they're going to disengage and chill. TA still having a pretty good game. It's just Nico Baby so far ahead of the pack right now. He's got a full deso. He's chasing this.
Get the bounty rune.
Oh my God,
Zitrax. Zitrax. Oh, are you going to die for this, though?
No.
19, he's around. Oh, they're going for the meld. The double meld hit. The double meld hit. It was so close. What did he go down to
He's like
there?
50
Nico
health.
Baby.
Dude, he hates Zitrax.
Holy crap.
He actually just hates Zitrax. He chases him so far without even thinking about his own life. Like that one setup trap that he did against him when he gave up both the bounty runes.
Yeah.
And he tipped him in the other game.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to load up artificial. That's just like, I'm gonna kill you in this game. And he's done it.
He certainly has. Nico Baby. He's done a lot of work, and this Weaver.
5-0-4. He's been in 9 out of his team's 11 kills, the highest net worth in the game. Deserves all the accolades. All-star MVP.
Meanwhile, I feel like Unique have been doing a good amount with their support duo, but their cores are just falling a bit short. With Zitrax dying here, BZZ, overextending at least once in that mid lane.
Yeah, we haven't really seen like a game-changing Pango ball or anything like that. Rolling Thunder hasn't really popped out and wowed us. He did have that kill on S4 at bottom, but they also loaded up on heroes there to grab that. And I think Roshan's going to be coming up next with the SF Aura and the...
they have so much minus armor.
Yeah.
Double
if you take this away
too.
from TA, like the entire point of TA in most games is to get the first and second Roches.
They're trying to get there, but they're way too slow. Aegis now for Nico Baby. I thought he was going to go up to the high ground there for a second.
He's kind of like, what is that here? Like Ursa in that regard. You know the old Ursa where if you didn't get the Aegis, you just lost?
Oh, yeah. You need that build-up, right?
Yeah. Like, because the hero doesn't team fight that well. The hero's point is to... You blink in, you try to burst one hero down, and oftentimes, if people see that you don't have a BKB or an Aegis, they'll punish you for it.
Yeah.
And then Aegis deters you from all-inning on that Templar Assassin.
Right. And then, in turn, like a lot of the TA kills that he gets in team fights are after the team has been broken by that one pickoff, and then they start running away, and then it's just hunting season for a TA. He just throws down traps, keeps blinking on you. He's excellent at going for the +1 or 2 kills.
100%. But with this situation, I think they're just kind of getting out-farmed. And the weird part is normally you have a timing. You have this Aegis, you go down all the tier 1s and tier 2s, you take them all out, you get map control, and then TA pushes really aggressively with all her traps. Then she pushes in all the waves at once. And all of a sudden, like, you have to split up, and you're going to get smoke ganked on. And maybe that leads to a high ground or at least like a team wipe or something like that. But when you don't get the Roche in this game, like now you're just waiting. You're in a holding pattern where everyone on your team doesn't really want to engage into this like Aegis life or this Aegis Weaver where you don't really have the best disable for him anyways. And they're gonna find
oh, this is a great combination. The spear is there as well. The TA is just dead. And this was the one hero that he was the silver lining of the 3 cores. I felt like 19 was doing an okay job. He almost killed Nico Baby that one time. His farm was keeping up, but that pickoff, that's going to hurt a lot. They're still not up by that much on Alliance, but it feels like they just keep on hitting Unique over and over again, and Unique doesn't really seem to have much of an answer. They're currently up by 4K net worth on Alliance. Blink Dagger for the Mars. Almost has it, and that'll make a big difference. That was an interesting position, and almost got a kill on the Earth Spirit. If only maybe it hit with Hanskin, they could have gotten it, but it was kind of a cool idea from S4 if he just runs to the right. Whoa, what happened to Limp? He's almost dead. Citrix, just one swipe. That's all he needs, and he gets it. The face boots close the distance. Now the arena's going to go out, and that she'll surely kill Van's core.
But
Nico
still,
Baby cleans up that
Limp
kill.
dying with his BKB.
Can Zitrax get out, though? He's going to try and go for it. There's so much physical damage. The Golem is there. That'll stop the TP.
They wouldn't have killed him without the Golem.
Yeah.
He could have just toggled twice.
Was that worth it? Zitrax for SF? Let's just ignore the Grimshow kill. Oh, Illusion. What is with Unique and snatching away these bounty runes away from Alliance?
Dude, I feel like this is the only reason this game is kind of close.
Yeah, if they just keep on losing like 3 or 4 bounty runes every single time, then they would be down by so much.
Yes. But the Golem was popped, so they want to try to do some damage to this tower. But yeah, Limp's death kind of slows the pace of the game, at least for them. He's going to come back now, but he needs souls. So while the rest of his team is pushing mid, he's going to try to grab some souls.
The net worth jumped down pretty sharply during that time, which I imagine just because the SF being off the map while the TA is still farming. Just a pretty big difference in what they're able to get out of the map at that point in time. And Unique, they are very close to that BKB on 19. Maybe that can allow them to aggressively take team fights again. The Golem is on cooldown. Illusion, he's going to be leading the way here. Zitrax right behind him. Illusion's going to spot S4. The rest of the team is running in. BZZ, he has the Rolling Thunder, but they actually see go turn. They're going to go for Hanskin first. Now the Rolling Thunder with a Soul Bind. That is excellent from Vanscore. They're going to try and quickly kill S4, but the fear is going to force Zitrax back. Nico Baby quickly goes for the back line and kills Grimstroke. S4 is still a little bit low. He has a time lapse. He's going to be okay. This is just Hunt. Look for those extra kills, and he really wants that Pangolier, but he managed to swashbuckle to the side. Zitrax is going to be fine. They hide away into the trees. 19.
That fight was perfectly fine for Unique.
Yeah.
And it's really them just getting the initiations. They want to try to use the SF ult in combination with S4's Mars ulti, but they're not really pairing things up too nicely.
So that is an Aegis down now for Nico Baby. So that's kind of what that team fight was, right? You take it upon them, you trade one for one, not too bad. Some ultimates get thrown around left and right, but in the end, you get away cleanly with your cores. The Aegis timing is wasted. And Unique, well, they may want to take another team fight. No, they won't. I thought maybe they would give that to 19 and we'd see what happened, but no. If BZZ's taking it, there's no team fight incoming, I assume.
So just still a 3K gold lead, and TA's still getting pretty massive here, and Lifestealer's starting to catch up little by little. I think the matchup is annoying until...
Poor Vanscore and poor Courier, too.
Yeah, Nico Baby's just owned this triangle. But I think once Lifestealer gets like 2 more items, maybe he can do it.
Oh, Nico Baby! He tried to go for the TP. That was so greedy, but now he's going to be caught. He forces a time lapse.
All right, they don't have dust for him now.
out of him. Rolling Thunder coming through. They have no idea where he is.
Don't
He's
go that way.
Okay, they know where he is. They spotted him again. He's going to Shikuchi through the tower. If he could somehow catch him, it would be massive, but he's getting way to the side of the map. 1 shot, 2 shots. Nico Baby, he's getting away. How do you guys not have more detection? Come on, Unique.
You knew he was going to time lapse, and he just waited on the left. That was like a solid, I don't know, 45 seconds that he wasted. He brought all 5 heroes here.
You need 2 dusts.
He killed 1, plus he got... That was such a big streak they would have gotten off of him, too.
Yeah, and as a result of them all sitting in that side of the map, they just did 1,000+ damage. That tier 2 tower almost took it in the bottom lane. All right, they do have BKB now on 19. He's got that. Zitrax has his halberd and armlet still. BZZ is going to be working towards a Lotus Orb. S4 has his Blink Dagger that we talked about earlier and is going to be working towards a Vlad's. Limp almost has a Manta. And the big boy Nico Baby